Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be learning how to use the Perfect 365 app on your phone or tablet. So you can see the icon. My screen is very full, but we're towards the bottom of the bottom right-hand side. There's this purple app that has this silhouette of a face on it. That is Perfect 365. I'm going to skip the ads. So Perfect 365, you do have the option to get an unpaid version. The unpaid version, though, won't let you save your photos in high definition. So I do have the paid version of this app. Unfortunately, the paid version still doesn't stop some of their advertisements for you to add on different things to the toolbox in Perfect 365. That's okay though. So what I'm going to do is you go into photo makeup. So here you will have already wanted to take a photograph, take a selfie of yourself, and I'll show you. So I'll go into selfies and just pick something that has my face. Let's pick this one here. So in this photograph, I'm actually already wearing just the tiniest amount of makeup. There is a little bit of eyeshadow. There is a little bit of like a mineral powder, and that's fine. You don't have to be wearing any makeup in your photo. And in fact, in many of my photographs that I take, I'm not wearing any makeup, but I do know that I can put it into Perfect 365 and add a comfortable amount of makeup so that I feel confident in putting it on my Instagram feed. So you have the option with Perfect 365. When you upload a photo, at the bottom here, they have like pre-made palettes where if you didn't want to individually tweak your eyeshadow or your eyeliner or your mascara one thing at a time, you could always go and be like, oh, I just want to try this one. So this is called Angel. This is called Gleeful. This is crazy. I don't know what this one is even called, but these are like prefab. Yuck. These are prefab options that you can do. I never use any of these prefabricated filters. You could go into everyday. This is like the pure filter, which I guess is pretty similar to what I already was. So maybe I might use one of these like everyday ones, but I like to manually adjust the photographs just to make sure that I don't end up looking plastic or that it doesn't look just so digitally enhanced that that it begins to look fake. I like to use this tool to enhance and embellish, but not override who I actually am or the type of makeup that I would actually wear. So to make adjustments individually, what you're going to do is you're going to want to push the Tools button, which on this screen is the button that's right underneath my chin. So before I do that, I'm going to say, just go back to my original photo, and then I'm going to push Tools. And at the bottom, you'll see all of the different things that you can tweak and fiddle with at the bottom. So you can do things with your face, which is primarily with your skin. You can do lips, eyes, hair, and you can also alter the shape of your face, which I never do. But we'll start in the face, and you can see again in the line that's like underneath my, sort of underneath my chin, there's a button that says blemishes, there's brighten skin, soften skin, foundation, and blush. These are the things that I can individually tweak here. It defaults to soften skin, and then you'll see there's a slider bar on the right side of the screen there. Right now, it hasn't done any softening at all. So if you use your finger and move this bar up, so this is at 16, softening skin. I'll go right to the top just so you can see how soft it can be. Plastic, right? I don't ever want to take it that far. I probably don't even want to take it to 50, but maybe, maybe I would feel more comfortable going to this like 17 side. And yeah, that's still getting my actual skin texture. You can still see pores in my skin, but it's smoothing over any bigger imperfections, and it's just kind of overall softening it. If you did have blemishes that you wanted to work on, there is the blemishes, which again, you can use the toggle bar at the side. One word of caution. So I do have beauty marks on my face, but according to Perfect 365, beauty marks and blemishes are the same thing. So if you were to go right to the top here, it can actually erase your beauty marks as well as your blemishes. So just a word of caution if you also have distinctive moles or marks on your face in that way. Brightening skin is just as it sounds. Again, the slider toggle bar is always on the right-hand side. So I could slide it up and make myself whiter than white, which again, this is not something that I never use this brightening skin one. Usually when I come in here, I'll use the softened skin. Maybe I would apply a foundation. So say if I just went to Mexico and I wanted to have like a tan foundation or a golden kiss, you could push a different type of foundation. You could really pump it up if you wanted to. And I'll just bring it down to show you the original. So maybe I just got back from Thailand and I want this kind of like sun-kissed glow to my face, even though I'm freezing cold and wearing a scarf in this photograph. But maybe I want the that sun-kissed look to it, so that would be fine. To exit out of anything, you'll see at the bottom it says Beauty Squad, and then in the bottom left-hand corner there's an arrow to go back, so you can go back there. If you wanted to add blush, you can push blush, and then there's different options for where they would put the blush on your face, whether it's on the apples of your cheeks, on the cheekbone itself. And you can choose also the color of blush that you want. So let's say I was choosing here, you can choose whether you want more of like a red or an orangey tone. Again, I don't usually put blush on my photos just because my skin has a natural rosy glow to it. So I am going to X out of blush by right beside all of those faces towards the bottom. You'll see that bar with the slash through it. So I'm going to take that off, take off the blush altogether, and then use the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner to return. So next I could go, that was in face, and I could go to lips next. There are some really crazy things here. So here you have the option of actually deepening your smile, whitening your teeth, adding lipstick or gloss, or you can add a lip tattoo to your face. I'm just going to show you this craziness. So if I wanted to actually be smiling more in this photograph, you can use the toggle bar at the side, and they like stretch your face, which is looks so natural, right? That's exactly how I smile. So I don't use that. I'm going to take that completely off. You could whiten your teeth. I'm not showing my teeth here, but again, you can do it subtly in a way that actually just, boosts your confidence enough to show yourself on Instagram. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you'll know that I never used to put selfies ever, ever, ever. And it wasn't until I came across apps like this and also just other photo enhancing and embellishing apps where I started to feel more comfortable being seen, like having my actual face be seen. And this app, I like to do just like the bare minimum in there. And again, I don't see it as making myself artificial or making myself into this like fake or plastic person. It's really allowing myself to put my best face forward, even in photographs or even on days where I'm not actually wearing any literal makeup on my face. So I'm going to just show you lipstick. They do have the option to put colors on your lips. Some of them are like, can be super fake. But this looks nice. Again, you can use the slider on the side to, if you want to make it really dark, or if you just want to make it more subtle. So I'll keep it here as this subtle look for lipstick, and then I'll use that arrow in the bottom left-hand corner to go back. If you wanted to add lip gloss, again, you can just use the toggle, and it just kind of puts like a sheen on your lips. So maybe I'll just go with that much gloss here. Lip tattoos are really crazy. They're not my favorite. But if it was the Pride Parade and I wanted to show my support and solidarity, I could have a Pride Parade tattoo. I could have stars on my lips, or like jungle fever. I'm not going to do any of those, so I'm going to go with the circle that has the slash out there. The other thing that's really good to know here is, say if I'm going to go back into lipstick and I'm going to push this right as dark as it will go. And say if that wasn't actually like where my lips were, you can kind of see on the bottom that my lip actually goes a little bit deeper than that. So you can actually change the points where it applies the makeup. And to do that, if you go to the top right hand of the screen, right beside the save button, you'll see this little finger with a little arc over it. So you can push that, and it's going to show you all of the points that it's using as its default to add makeup to you. And you could zoom in on the lips, and if you wanted the bottom lip line to be lower, because that's where your lips actually are, you could use your fingers and drag it to the actual edge of your lip. And again, if like the top lip, if you wanted to have more of a peak on the top, you could do that. And if you were happy with that, you could just push the check mark in the top right hand corner. But I don't want my lipstick to be this dark in here. But even now you'll see that they're actually applying the lipstick right to the bottom of my lip rather than missing part of the lip. And you can also adjust the points on the eyes and the eyebrows when it comes time to adding makeup there, if you so choose. So I'm good with my lips now. I'm gonna go use that arrow at the bottom left-hand corner. And towards the bottom, beside lips, you can see eyes. So let's experiment with eyes here. So with eyes, you get to decide whether you'd like to apply eyeshadow, glitter, eyelashes, eyeliner, whether you'd like to fill in your eyebrows. You can even change your eye color. You can lessen any circles or bags under your eyes, and you can also brighten the white part of your eyes. So we can go through each of these individually. Eyeshadow, you'll see when you push on eyeshadow, you have all of these different options that you can toggle through, and you can choose colors for each of them. So if I wanted to have like dramatic eye makeup, I could push that, and you'll see above the pictures of the eyes, you'll see it says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you see all of these different shades of eyeshadow after. So I can choose for position number 1, maybe I want like a gray eyeshadow or a black eyeshadow. I can choose for position number 2, I want like a white eyeshadow. Maybe for position number 3, I'd like a purple eyeshadow. So you can mix and match however that feels good to you, right to you. Again, you can do really crazy eyeshadow options. If you want to look like you're in the circus, you could do that. Or if you want to have Halloween makeup, you can also do that. Again, my preference is when I naturally wear makeup, it's very minimal. It's very kind of au naturel. So maybe I would go just for like a really simple eyeshadow. And maybe I want that to be, yeah, like this gray or black color here. So we can do that for the eyeshadow. Use the arrow at the bottom corner to come out there. If you want to add glitter, when you pull up glitter, there's these different, you can apply glitter to different areas of your eyes. And you can also use the toggle at the side of the screen to change how much glitter is being added. So you can see I can do it on my upper lids. I can do it towards the outside. I can do it above and below my eyes. And here again, like if it was adding glitter into your actual eyeballs where it shouldn't be, again, you would just use that little finger, the pointer finger up near the save button. You could push that, zoom into your eyes, and actually pull down or pull up as needed so that the actual makeup wasn't going into your actual eyes. So sure, I'll keep this glitter on my face. If you didn't want the glitter, you could hit this circle with the slash through it, which would take off the glitter altogether. But here I've decided I would like the glitter. So I'm just gonna go back using the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner. The next thing in here is eyelashes, and you can choose to have mascara on your upper and or lower eyelashes. And they can be pretty dramatic. This is on full tilt. If you look at the slider on the side, you can see it's right at the very top. So I could bring it down and make it less dramatic if I wanted to. But maybe I want this like dramatic costume look for my eyelashes. In this particular photo, no, I don't. So you can push different eyes and see what the different options are as far as mascara goes. And these are all looking pretty intense, except for maybe this one. So I'm going to keep it like that on my top lashes. It is really subtle, but that is more in line with who I am. I don't tend to have really dramatic makeup. And again, you can choose, you can see right now you can hit upper lashes or you can hit lower lashes. So if I hit lower, it pulls different options if I wanted mascara on my lower lashes, which I tend to be lazy. I don't wear mascara on my lower lashes really ever, but if I wanted to pretend I did, I could come into this app and apply mascara to my lower lashes. Oh, and you can also see above the eyes themselves, the options, there's different colors of mascara. So you can have like mustard yellow mascara, there's greens, there's blues, there's purples, there's browns, there's blacks. So for both the upper and the lower lashes, you can choose which color of mascara to apply. For these lower lashes, I'm just gonna use this circle with the slash in it. I'm going to take off lower rim mascara altogether. Use the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner. And next I'm going to go into eyeliner. Again, you can choose what kind of eyeliner you want. You can use the toggle bar at the side to make it thicker or more pronounced. And you can also choose the color as well of the eyeliner that you're going to do. Maybe I want like a purple eyeliner, which I don't. So I'm just gonna stick with a black eyeliner, but it's not gonna be this pronounced either. So I'm just gonna pull it back a bit and make it more subtle there. Again, with eyeliner, you can choose both your upper and your lower eyelid to apply. I also don't wear eyeliner on my lower eye, but you can, if you wanted to, apply the eyeliner to your lower eye as well. And if you need to adjust where they're actually drawing the line, if they're not quite getting it, you can always go back up to that little hand at the top to pull the points where they actually should be so that the line is exactly where it should be drawn. But I'm going to X out of the lower lid eyeliner. Use the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner. Eyebrows is the next thing in eyes, and you can choose whether you want to fill in your eyebrows, if you want to pencil them in. And here there are two toggles. So this top one controls the shade, how dark you want it to be filled in. So if I wanted really dramatic eyebrows, I could do that, which I don't. And then the bottom one controls the actual shape, how thin I want them or how thick I want them. So it starts off just naturally, like that's what your natural brows are. But if you wanted really pencil thin, you could do that. And then you can just flip through and see the different styles and shapes. You can have thicker filling, you can have just different dramatic shapes for your eyebrows here. You can arch them if you want to. So I'm not going to put any filling in my eyebrows for this particular photo. And I'm just going to go back. Eye color can be pretty crazy. So when you hit eye color, it's going to ask you how you want the light to reflect off of your eyes. So I'm just going to choose this first one. And when you choose how you want it to be reflected, now you can choose the actual color of your eyes, whether you want them to be, my eyes are brown, but maybe I wanted green eyes. And that looks pretty psychotic. But you can always use the toggle at the bottom to make it more subtle. So it's like there's a tint of green in them, but they're not crazy green. Similarly, like maybe I want purple eyes, but not psychotically purple eyes. So you can choose, maybe you want yellow eyes. You could always choose yellow eyes and this like sun flare to make them very animalistic. Maybe that's the effect you're going after. Sure, go for it. I find too, my partner has blue eyes. So for his eyes, sometimes if I have a photograph of him, I'll just punch up the blue a little bit, because sometimes depending on, if it's a really gray day, his eyes might look a little more gray than blue. So sometimes I'll punch up the blue in his eyes. But for my eyes being brown, it doesn't really do much. It looks more creepy than anything to change my eye color. But for people who naturally have green or blue eyes, you can really have a lot of fun playing with the eye colors here. So I'm just going to X out not make any changes to my actual eyes. The next thing is circles. And here you can use the toggle bar to kind of erase the bags under your eyes. And that's as much as it can do. That's me normally. So when you go back to normal, you're like, oh my God, that is a lot of bags under my eyes. But again, you can decide, maybe I'll do like half, like I'll do this and say good to that. That will be how I'm going to eradicate or minimize the circles under my eyes. And then the final option under eyes is to brighten the whites. Again, this has a tendency to look a little creepy if you do it too much, but I'll just show you using the slider on the side. It just makes your eyes whiter. So this is as far as it would go. Creepy. But you could just do like a subtle enhancement of it, and then this is what it is normal. So if I wanted just like a subtle enhancement of it, sure, for the sake of this, let's whiten my eyes a little bit. Those are all the options you can do for your eyes. So you can see there's quite a bit of options to play around with your eye makeup, your eye color, the circles under your eyes, and your eyebrows. Hair is not something I do a ton of. When you push hair, you'll see that you have two options. You can work with your hairstyle or change your hair color. So let's go into hair color first. And this is if I wanted to change my hair to like a rainbow. If I want to be like punk ass without actually dyeing my hair. So there's all these different options that I could do. I could have blue hair. I can have orange hair. Purple hair. I don't mind purple hair. So we could do that. And then again, on the side, there's always the toggle bar to decide how much purple I want my hair or how little purple I want it to be. When I was younger, I always wanted to dye my hair silver. Everybody thought I was crazy. And now it's a thing where you can actually dye your hair gray, dye your hair silver. So you can choose how silver you want it or not. And then if you decide that you don't want to change the color of your hair at all, you can just push that circle with the slash in the far left-hand side, and you can return back. The other option is for hairstyle, and these are like you can actually put different hair things on you. It doesn't work very well for a photo where I already have a top knot, but I can choose if I want a perm, if I want to be blonde, if I want a bob. I can add different hairstyles, and with each of them, I can also change the color of the hair. So just because this one comes in like this shocking orange, I could decide to have silver hair if I wanted. So I don't usually use this for myself, though I have had I have had a hilarious time using this app with my partner whose head is shaved, so he can accommodate any hairstyle on his head. And sometimes if we need a really good laugh, we'll come into this app and just give him different hairstyles with different hair colors. But for this one, I don't need this kind of hairstyle at all. But I'll also show you, if you do want to add a hairstyle, you can actually use your fingers to move the hair. So it can be not as tall if you wanted it to like come down. If you wanted to sweep some over your eyes, you could do that. Yeah, so you have the option to actually like move and change the hairstyle so that it actually suits your face. But I don't want any crazy hair for this one. So that is, I guess I'll just show you this part that I never use. If you go under shape, you have the option to make your eyes bigger, to slim your face, to lift your cheeks, or give yourself a digital nose job. So I'm going to show you each of these options. This is enlarging my eyes, which you can become like Johnny Depp in Alice in Wonderland if you want. Slimming face, again, I can like pull myself right in, give myself a digital plastic surgery, which I do not want. You can also lift your cheekbones, give yourself a facelift. That looks super artificial. And I can enhance my nose. And by enhance, they mean slim. So those are also options if you wanted to do those. I personally never do them. Just because I want to use this app in a way that's just like a subtle enhancement of my face, not a complete change of who I am or how I would normally wear makeup. So when you're ready, you can hit save at the top. And again, you do need to have the paid version of this for it to save in high resolution. Otherwise, it'll just save it in really low res, and you might as well get high res because it's your face. So that is how you use the Perfect 365. You can have as minimalist or as dramatic a makeup as you want with this app. Have fun with it and let me know how you go. Okay, I will see you in the next video.